Hey guys, this week we're going to be sticking with the same lesson for the entire week. So we're going to be doing 10.6 day 1. For day 1, all we're going to be doing is talking about your functions. So here I have f of x is equal to 5x plus 1 and g of x is equal to negative 2x. What I want you guys to do is just simply add them and then also subtract them. In order to do that, all you need to do is take your two functions and then add them. So for number 1, when you do this, I'm going to put f of x first because f is first. So 5x plus 1 plus my g of x, which is negative 2x. From here, I'm just going to rewrite it without the parentheses. Here is a plus sign. So when I have addition and subtraction, it actually becomes subtraction. So plus 1 minus 2x. From here, all you do is combine like terms. My like terms are the numbers that have the x's with them. So 5 minus 2 gives me 3. So 3x plus 1 would be my answer. Now, when I want to do f minus g, that means all I'm going to do now is put a minus sign where I had the plus sign. So 5x plus 1 minus negative 2x. Now, a negative and a negative, that means a positive. So now I'm going to write 5x plus 1 plus 2x. Again, combine like terms. 5 plus 2 gives me 7. So 7x plus 1 would be my answer. Again, for number 2, it says that f of x is equal to negative 3x plus 3. G of x is equal to negative 5x plus 4. So first I'm going to add them and then I'm going to subtract them. So negative 3x plus 3 plus negative 5x plus 4. Here, a plus sign does not change anything. So here I have a negative, it's going to stay negative. I have a positive, it will stay positive. So negative 3x plus 3 minus 5x plus 4. So a negative and a negative, remember when we have two negatives, what we actually do with the number is add them. So 5 and 3 gives me 8, so it's a negative 8. 3 and 4, 3 plus 4 gives me 7. So my answer is negative 8x plus 7. Now to subtract them, I'm going to take the same exact thing that I wrote before, but now I'm going to put a negative sign. Now, negatives do change things. A negative and a negative gives me a positive. A negative and a positive makes this negative. So both of my signs are going to now change. So I have negative 3x plus 3 plus 5x minus 4. I have the x's that go together and the numbers that go together. So 5 minus 3 gives me 2. I have 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4, negative 1. And that's my answer. All right, for the next one, I have 2x plus 1 plus negative 5x plus 3. Again, a positive and a negative, it still remains negative. A positive and a positive still remains positive. So 2x plus 1 minus 5x plus 3. I have the x's that go together, numbers that go together. 2 minus 5. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. 1 plus 3 gives me 4. Now to subtract them, again, I'm going to write the same exact function, but this time a negative sign in between. So a negative and a negative means a positive. So I'm going to put plus 5x. And a negative and a positive makes a negative. Again, x's with x's, numbers with numbers. So 2 plus 5 gives me 7. 1 minus 3, negative 2. And that's my answer. Notice here now that every time that I have the positive, I never change the function. But when it's negative, I always change them for every single one of these that I've done. So your quickest way to do this, if you don't want to write it twice, is know that once you have the negative, you're going to have to change all of your signs in the second equation. Only the second equation. It does not affect the first one. So let's do this again. Here I have negative 3x squared plus 7x plus 2x plus 4. Again, because this says plus, everything here stays the same. So I have negative 3x squared plus 7x plus 2x plus 4. Uh-oh. For this one, notice that this one does not have a match. So because it doesn't have a match, I just need to write it. These two are matches. So 7 plus 2 gives me 9. And this one doesn't have a match either. So because it doesn't, I'm just going to write it. And that's my answer. You guys should remember this from when we did this before for our polygons. Polynomials, rather. All right, for number 5, I have, oh, look at that. I forgot to do the second part of this one. I need to do negative 3x squared plus 7x minus 2x plus 4. Remember again, if it says minus, all of these signs change. So this is positive, it now becomes negative. This is positive, it now becomes negative. Again, this still doesn't have a match, so I'm still going to write it. 7 minus 2 gives me 5. And this one still doesn't have a match, so I will still write it. All right, for number 5, you have 3x minus 4 plus x squared minus 5x plus 2. Again, if it's positive, everything stays the same. So 3x minus 4 plus x squared minus 5x plus 2. All right, looking for matches. Here, I don't have a match for this one, so I'm just going to write it down. These two match, and then these two match as well. So 3 minus 5, 3x minus 5x, that means negative 2x. Negative 4 plus 2, that's a negative 2. And that's my answer. Remember again, if something doesn't have a match, you just write it down. Next part, we're going to do it again, but just is going to say negative. That means this time everything changes. So it's going to say 3x minus 4, that's the same, minus x squared plus 5x minus 2. Again, this one doesn't have a match, so it's just going to be negative x squared. I have 3x plus 5x. 3 plus 5, 8. Then I have negative 4 minus 2. Remember, when both of them are negative, you technically add. So 4 plus 2, that gives me negative 6. All right, last one. for number 6, it says 2x squared plus 7x minus 1 plus 3 minus 2x. Again, if it says plus, you don't need to do anything different. So 2x squared plus 7x minus 1 plus 3 minus 2x. This one doesn't have a match, so I'm just going to write it. These match. So 7 minus 2. 7 minus 2 gives me 5x. Negative 1 plus 3. Negative 1 plus 3 gives me 2. And that's my answer. For the next one, you have 2x squared plus 7x minus 1 minus 3 minus 2x. Remember, when it says minus, everything in the second equation needs to change. So if it's positive, it becomes negative. If it's negative, it becomes positive. Again, this doesn't have a match, so I'm just going to write it. I have 7x plus 2x. 7 plus 2 gives me 9x. Negative 1 minus 3. Again, when they're both negative, you technically add. So 1 plus 3 gives me a negative 4. All right. For your assignment for today, I need you guys to complete these 3 problems and make sure you upload them to 10.6 day 1. If you have any questions, please let me know.